Hello everyone, my name is Keylight and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for the birthday blessings. I love all of the support, you guys. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and definitely subscribe because we're gonna get into our Sunday school lesson featuring another woman. Yes. And you know who that woman is. The woman that's so misunderstood within the entire Bible, Mary Magdalene. And it's so interesting that we're featuring Mary Magdalene on Valentine's Day, and the appropriate Sunday school topic is called to support. And I think that speaks measures. We have Jesus becoming very popular in the Jewish village, especially Galilee. He has these 12 disciples that's following him. But one particular person that's not really considered part of the 12, the significant 12, but is very monumental throughout Jesus's journey of preaching and teaching is Mary Magdalene. So we're going to get right into her and a little bit of her involvement and how much Jesus supported her. In return, she supported him. So you guys, when we get into this lesson, I want you to keep in mind, have you ever been supported by someone who might have been misunderstood in their past life or just yesterday? Have you been the person that's been misunderstood and yet someone vouched for you? And more importantly, has God vouched for you when you might have been misunderstood? So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into it. There are 3 chunks of scriptures that we're going to get into today. The first is going to be Luke chapter 8, 1 through 3, Mark chapter 15, verse 40, and then John 20, verse 10 through 18. And because I'm reading from the Message Bible, it might be chunked a little bit differently, but I know you all don't mind. And I promise you guys, I'm not going to delete any key information, and most importantly not delete the nitty-gritty at the end. I'm so sorry for that, you guys. It will never happen again as far as I can control it. All right, let's get right into it. So the first scripture that we are going to read together is Luke chapter 8, verse 1 through 3. He continued, according to plan, traveled to town after town, village after village, preaching God's kingdom, spreading the message. The 12 were with him. There were also some women in their company who had been healed of various evil afflictions and illnesses. Mary, the one called Magdalene, from whom 7 demons had gone out. Joanna, wife of Chuza, Herod's manager, and Susanna, along with many others who used their considerable means to provide for company. So not only do we learn that Mary Magdalene is coming along with Jesus and the disciples, but we realize there are 2 other women alongside. And I think that just goes to show that women, we are a support system in so many ways, but more importantly, we are vital because we are often misunderstood. Sometimes people take our support kind of as, a crutch or even neglect. And I think it's making it known that Mary Magdalene, even though she might not have been considered disciple, she was very much relevant within Jesus's journey of traveling and preaching. So it goes into certain diction words about her casting out demons. She's having these afflictions, these illnesses, and Jesus healed her. And one thing I like to note about just with Mary Magdalene, even though Jesus healed her, you can kind of tell that there's still this negative connotation according to the characteristics of Mary Magdalene. So I want to kind of relate it to today's society because I feel like I'm that YouTuber that kind of creates it to today's society in a way. I would say that Mary Magdalene is us in a way. We have been misunderstood. We may have made bad choices. God has healed us from it. The world might not get it. The world might still label us as the person with a sinister past. But God made sure to heal us through it all. And it's up to us to continue the journey and to support him in the way that he supports us. It's that mirror reflection of, you do not let your past determine your future. You do not look back or you're going to trip going forward. So now we're going to go to Mark chapter 15, verse 40. There were women watching from a distance, among them Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of the younger James and Joseph and Solomon. When Jesus was in Galilee, these women followed and served him and come up with him to Jerusalem. So not only does Mary Magdalene, but his mother Mary are mentioned in two key people who are the ultimate ride or die support system. And we can think about it like this. There's nothing like a mother's love, but there's nothing like a woman who is going to support you unconditionally. And we have to be that nurturing spirit that women possess, because we're not just, isolating and casting down men in a sense, but we have to think more so of the feminine aspect. We have to be like Mary and Mary Magdalene to make sure that we have that nurturing spirit, that support system that's unconditional and ready to ride out for God no matter what, from beginning to the end. Are we willing to be a support system that's unconditional? Or do we have terms to being a support system? Now we're going to go to Mark chapter 16, verse 1 through 9. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Solomon bought spices so they could embalm him. Very early on Sunday morning, as the sun rose, they went to the tomb. They were worried out loud to each other. Who will roll back the stone from the tomb for us? Then they looked up, saw it had been rolled back. It was a huge stone, and walked right in. They saw a young man sitting on the right side, dressed in all white. They were completely taken aback, astonished. He said, "Don't be afraid. I know you're looking for Jesus, the Nazarene, the one they healed, the one they nailed on the cross. He's been raised up. He's here no longer. You can see for yourselves that the place is empty now. On your way, tell his disciples and Peter that he is going on ahead and you to Galilee. You'll see him there, exactly as he said." They got out as fast as they could, beside themselves, their heads swimming. Stunned, they said nothing to anyone. After rising from the dead, Jesus appeared early on Sunday morning to Mary Magdalene, whom he had delivered from 7 demons. She went to his former companions, now weeping and carrying on, and told them, when they heard her report, that she had seen him alive and well. They didn't believe her. Now, this is quite fascinating. The person that was seen as an outcast, that was seen as misunderstood, that was seen as a sinister past, she is the very first person that Jesus reveals himself after the resurrection. She is the person that he confides in, even over Peter, even over his disciples, to let it be known that he is well, he is alive in spirit, and to go out and teach the message. Isn't that true? Or isn't that amazing that God confides in the people that might be misunderstood? He confides in the people that do have a past so that they can be the living testimony that God works and God changes everything. If we were so perfect, if life was so right, how could we show people that change can happen with the work of God? We have to rely on God the most, because at the end of the day, even though other people might still label us by our past, God depends on us first to deliver his message. Lastly, we're going to go to John chapter 20, verse 18. Mary Magdalene went telling the news to the disciples. I saw the master, and she told them everything he said to her. I think that's a great way to end it. Mary Magdalene is the messenger. She is the unsung hero, per se, because she's the likely misunderstood. She is the person that probably has the most blemished, tarnished, tainted, janky, nasty past, in so many words. But yet she is the messenger. We are the messenger. No matter how muddy our past is, no matter how many times we have failed, we have been defeated, we have been let down, and we may not have made a bad choice, God is relying on us to be the messenger. He's relying on us to be the first support system to carry out his message. Because if it can happen to Mary Magdalene, if she can be delivered from all these afflictions, all these negative tarnishments on her, so can we. So can we be the support system to not only to Jesus, but to our friends, our families, and our loved ones. And that's a great message for Valentine's Day. Send the message out of support. It's one thing to say, I love you. You my best friend. I love you. But are you that true support system in a companion, in a family member, in a friendship? You have to support each other. And more importantly, we have to do the same likeness that God is giving to us. That's only right. We can't be selfish, not even on Valentine's Day. Spread the love, spread the support. Love you guys. Until next time.